All right, good morning, everybody. Got a message for you here, kind of the message that we've all been waiting for all year, really, is that state championship detail and schedule and timeline and practice schedule and everything, all that combined. So first, I want to thank you all for your support again, and Saturday was a great day, and just really amazing watching these young men go out there and battle for each other and with each other, and just couldn't be more happy for them and this group of players and this St. Pius family. So super excited, super thankful for everybody. And I'm just so glad I'm able to give this message to you guys and kind of be doing what we're doing this week. So it's really something special. And I just really can't wait to get to experience this with all of you and with these young men. So without further ado, we'll kind of get into this. I'm going to go over a lot. And hopefully we can get you maybe a printout of some of the stuff, and we'll have all the schedules and everything outlined, so we know exactly down to the minute what we are doing from Friday to Saturday. So with that being said, we are definitely going overnight. We're leaving Friday. Now we'll get into the schedule details on that in a minute, but first I want to go over who will travel. So who the young men that are going to be traveling down with us and staying overnight in the hotel are going to be the young men that have been practicing this playoff season. So those are the young men that will actually be staying overnight and traveling with the team. I do want to offer the freshman players that are not playing, and anybody that is a football player that is not suiting up varsity right now. I do want to offer this opportunity to you guys as well to join us on the sideline. So what that's going to look like is you guys would have to get down there yourselves and meet the team as we walk in and go through the whole day with us, and you would be in your we would have khaki pants and your blue game jersey on the sideline with the team, so you can get down there and you can experience this, so you guys can see what your future is going to be like. So I do want to offer that to them, and how that would look is you have to have your own way down there and own way home as well. You would meet the team at Faroe Field at 8:15, and we'll give you guys a map of exactly where we'll be going in, so that those freshman players can meet us and walk with us into the stadium. If you are going to do that, you need to be prepared. You need to have your game attire on at that time, so that you're not having to change and do anything like that. If you are going to do that, we're going to definitely ask you to respect everybody around you and treat this like we're all treating it like a business trip. So but I would like to see all of the freshmen there. I really would. I mean, they came out with us all summer. They worked with us. They put in a lot of work this year, and everybody's had a role in achieving this and getting to this point in the season. And it doesn't matter if you're a freshman, a coach, a trainer, a priest. Everybody's got a role in this, and everybody's had a role. And so I want to make this available to all of those young men. So you freshmen, join us. We want you there. I wish we could travel you, but just staying overnight and doing some of those things is just we want to kind of limit that stuff. So but I do want you guys on the field if at all possible, and it's something that you'll never forget, and be a great experience for you. So I want to extend that out to all the freshman football players. Join us Saturday morning, 8:15. We'll get you the map and come in and enjoy this day with your brothers. So that's kind of who's going to travel, and how that's all going to look. So we've got that. So we are staying overnight. This will be a team only hotel. So we've got the details figured out. I guess how I've learned to do this, and I've learned a lot of tricks over the years traveling for college and and doing all this stuff and staying in hotels. So I've learned a lot of tricks from the coaches that I've had, and how to, keep this what it is a business trip, and make sure these young men know that. And I know we're not going to have any problems with that. So we're going to have a team hotel, and you guys are not going to know where we're staying. There's going to be me and about 3 other people that know where we're going. Coaches don't even know. So, our families aren't going to be there. This is literally going to be, the football team is staying here, and we are, 100% business from start to finish. And I'm going to go through the schedule to kind of show you all that there's not going to be downtime for these guys. They are going to be with us, and we are going to be together every minute, until those doors are closed and they are taped shut and the lights are out. So, there's going to be, and there's been some ideas about cell phones too. There may be a point when we do bed checks and we got lights out, cell phones go with us. So, and then how that would work is we could communicate. If you guys need to communicate to the kids, you can communicate with me directly, and I'll have a coach in charge of each class. You can communicate with that coach as well. If you need to get a message to your son, and they can communicate with us through the hotel phone. So that's kind of how that would work and look. And we're still trying to figure out those details. But from start to finish, they're going to be with us. What it's going to look like for them. And we've got a special schedule for Friday. So the football players are going to get out of school at 11:30. And we are going to have our walkthrough right at about 11:50. They're going to be cut loose at 12:50 to shower. Everything will be up at school. They'll shower up at school. They'll go back into D lunch and eat their lunch in the D lunch at 1:20. We are going to load the buses at 2:00, and then we are going to depart for the team hotel at 2:15. So that's kind of how it looks before we leave. So if you've got anything planned, we are going to put checklists together for these young men, things that they need to pack. Because I know this is new for a lot of them, and I know it's easy to forget one thing, and then we forget that one thing. It's like, oh my gosh, we're freaking out. So we're going to have a checklist. So make sure your son, and they're grown, they're men, they're young men, so they should be able to do this. But make sure that they check that list and they've got everything packed, and that's got to be done on Thursday night, not Friday morning. So this is not something that we need to be prepared. And I'm going to preach this all week long, along with a lot of other things to make sure that we understand how this type of thing works. But we'll have a checklist for them, so help them through that. But that's how our Friday is going to look. So they need to show up to school Friday with everything that they need for the entire, until after the game when they get home Saturday night. So that needs to be prepared on Thursday night, so they're not rushing around Friday morning. Nobody's late to school. Can't be late to school on Friday morning. We're getting out early. Mr. Monachino and everybody has been gracious enough to allow us to do some of these things. So we're showing up to school on time. There's no excuse to be late. So that's, okay, that's enough of that. So, but that's how Friday looks. Once we do arrive there, we'll arrive at the team hotel. We should have everything pretty much streamlined. So check-in shouldn't be that difficult. That's really the only downtime they have when we get there, is that check-in window where we're giving us just a little bit of time to get everything organized, get them to the room, get settled. They will be paired up. We're going to pair up. We're not going to pair freshman with the senior. We're going to pair them up with, their peers. And, it's not, we want to make sure we're being cognizant of that as well. So we want everybody to be comfortable. So we'll have all that done. Once we get there, once we get settled at 5:30, we're going to have a team meeting where we'll go over some of the things that we need to go over and last minute stuff. And then at 6:00, we'll have dinner. We'll have dinner at the hotel at 6:30. We're not leaving the hotel, so at 6:30 after dinner, we'll watch a movie. Okay. We'll be back in. We'll start heading back to the rooms at 8:30. Okay, and then room checks start at 9 o'clock. So once we go back to the rooms, it's not. There's no jacking around. We're going back to the rooms. We have plenty of time there with each other to enjoy each other and have some fun and watch a good movie and just spend some time together as a team. And then we have lights out at 10. So we'll be doing room checks in between 9 and 10, walking around, making sure everybody's getting settled. And then there will be, we have a lot of techniques that we've learned from coaches over the years, but everybody will be taped into their room. And if that door opens up, that means that tape was broke. Then there's some going to be some really, really tough, punishments if that does happen. So we're going to make it clear to them if they need something, if they need us. Every class is going to have a room to call, so they're going to have a coach that they can call, and we'll take care of them. And we're just going to make sure, like, this is going to be, we understand. All of us coaches have been there, and we understand how to work this and make this a really, really great thing. And with that being said, I know we're not going to have any issues. I know everybody gets it. Everybody's going to treat this like a business trip, and from top to bottom. And I'm just really, really excited that we're able to do this. So that's what we're going to do. And lights are out at 10 o'clock because we got to get up early Saturday morning. And we've got our Saturday schedule, which will be, you guys don't need to know much about that. It's a pretty lengthy schedule, but we wake up early, we eat breakfast, and we get to the football field. So, one thing I do want to mention is, we're going down there as a team, and we're going to come home as a team. And, it doesn't matter win, lose, draw, because, that's never an area of focus for us. We're going to go down here as a team. We're coming home as a team. So with that being said, after the game, there's going to be nobody signed off the bus. Everybody's coming back on the bus, and that will be, this is that's that last time that this group's going to be together. So that's something that's really important to me. Like, the last thing you do as a group should be as a team, should be as a family. So we will all be coming home together. Unless there are some extenuating circumstances that would have to be really extenuating, and it have to be approved by me. And this is something, when I brought this up, I think Mr. Monachino and Mr. Lee were like, they didn't really, they thought, it's up to me. But this is something that I really want. I want everybody together, and that's just what we're going to do. So, but that's kind of how we're going to treat this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of these guys. And, it's very, very rare to, this is the second year in a row, but this is not normal. We're going to appreciate every minute of this. And I'm just so thankful we're able to do this. I feel like I'm missing a note here, but, just know that, we're going to have, and I know there may be some parents that, your younger kids haven't really gone out and done something like this, but just know that there's going to be, 11 coaches. You've got Mr. Lee's going to be with us. Father's going to be with us, and we are going to be, all over these halls, and we've got a great plan in place, and everything's detailed, everything's down to the minute, everything's organized. And there's going to be, it's going to be a great experience for your son. It just is. It's something that, some of these guys that are going to go play college football, this is something that they get to experience this now. So they are prepared for it down the road, because this is how it's going to be ran when you go to college. And it's, it's just great that these guys get to experience this. So I just want to put everybody at ease, because I know some of you, parents of freshmen and maybe some sophomores, may be a little worried about their son going and staying with a group of, 15 to 18-year-old kids. But I can assure you these guys are ultra focused, and I know they respect us, and they respect the school enough um, to be mature enough to handle this, and I know that. And if they're not, then I haven't done my job. But with that being said, expectations for these young men, it's something that you guys, at this point, you guys all know how we do things. So, just an example of one of the things that we're going to do is when we leave that hotel. So we have bed checks, and then when we leave, we're going to have checkout. We're checking the rooms. Coaches are taking pictures. That room is going to look better than when we got there, right? So that means I know we're staying in a hotel, and it's not typically what you do, but these guys are waking up. They're going to make their beds. Okay, that's how a champion starts his day, and we're going to we want to be champions. And so we're going to make our beds. That room is going to be clean. There's going to be no trash on the floor. And when we leave there, those people are going to say, this is how St. Pius X leaves, and this is how they do things. And that's the type of thing that we're going to be focused on. And those are some of the things they're going to take with them from this trip. So, I think that's it for the out of normal stuff. As far as this week's practice schedule, it's going to be very, very similar to last week. Practices are shorter. Today and tomorrow is mostly film. Today is film and lifting. Okay, they'll be done at 5. Tomorrow they'll be done at around 5 because that's going to be film and then walkthroughs. And then we get back into normal practices on Wednesday and Thursday. We are going to go full pads. I want to protect their legs, and I'm not saying we're going to go, 100% full speed, but I want full pads because I want to protect legs. So we're going to go full pads on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we have our special schedule. We have our walkthrough at 11:50, and that attire for that will be camp gear and shells, and that's something that we want to make sure. One thing I didn't mention is this will be on their checklist. Saturday morning when we wake up, we will be wearing shirt and tie. When we eat our breakfast as a team, Saturday morning at the hotel, we'll be in a shirt and tie. When we leave the hotel, we'll be in a shirt and tie. When we arrive at Mizzou, we'll be in a shirt and tie. And that's just, we're gonna continue with that tradition. So I hope that covers everything. I think we got everything covered. If you guys have questions, let us know. We are going to need, we're going to need, I know Cheryl's going to be asking for help for bags, for food, for beverage, things like that. We've tried to get everybody on one bus, but we just don't think that's going to be feasible. We're going to need 2 buses to get the numbers that we're trying to get down there. So, there's a lot of help needed here. So whatever anybody can do, if you guys get with Cheryl and figure everything out. But what we're not going to do is, the school's going to cover a portion of the hotel cost, and then the football program is going to cover the other portion. We're just going to take it out of the football account. So we're not going to ask you guys, you guys have done enough, and you guys continue to do, everything you can for this school and this program. So we don't want to ask you guys for more. So, but if you can offer your services, if you have, anything, anything would be appreciated. That, helping Cheryl. There's a lot that I know how she does things, and she does an amazing job, and she wants to make this just an unbelievable experience for these young men. And so if any assistance you can give her would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So sorry I took up so much of your time, but I knew this was going to be a long one. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. Looking forward to this week. Thankful for you all. And if you have questions, you can let me know or Cheryl know, and she'll relay them to me. But once again, really appreciate you guys, and let's go bring it home.